Have you ever wondered if walking alone in life could be more than just a sign of loneliness? Perhaps a quiet yet powerful declaration of strength and self-discovery? A woman with no friends is not merely a tale of isolation. It is a journey of resilience, a reflection of the independence that flourishes when a woman learns to embrace the beauty of her own company. She walks alone, a solitary figure against the backdrop of a world that thrives on connection. Hers is a path carved by circumstance, perhaps by choice, but undoubtedly by an unspoken strength that emanates from within. Solitude in its purest form has become her sanctuary, a space where the clamor of the world fades and the whispers of her soul rise to the surface. Each step she takes is a declaration of independence, a testament to her resilience and self-reliance. Every silent moment is an invitation to delve deeper into the landscape of her own being, to explore the contours of her thoughts and emotions, and to uncover the hidden truths that lie dormant within. But this journey of solitude is not without its challenges. It is a path that demands courage, for it requires her to confront the societal norms that equate aloneness with weakness or failure. It is a path that demands introspection, for it forces her to face the complexities of her own inner world, the shadows and light that coexist within her heart. Solitude is a raw confrontation with the self. Distractions fade, opinions fall silent. The woman stands alone, facing the reflection of her own soul. It is exhilarating, terrifying. The mirror of solitude reveals not only her strengths, but also her hidden vulnerabilities, the unfulfilled desires, the unresolved conflicts. In the quiet moments of solitude, the woman embarks on a journey of self-discovery. As the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of amber and rose, a profound silence settled over the landscape. In this stillness, she heard the whispers of her own thoughts, clear and unfiltered, like the gentle rustling of leaves in a soft breeze. She feels the full spectrum of her emotions, the highs and lows, the joys and sorrows, with an intensity that may have been muted in the busyness of everyday life. This heightened awareness can be unsettling, for it forces her to confront aspects of herself that she may have been avoiding. The doubts, the fears, the insecurities that she has kept at bay now emerge from the shadows, demanding her attention. Yet this confrontation, while challenging, is also an invitation to growth. The woman alone has the opportunity to examine these vulnerabilities, not with judgment or self-criticism, but with curiosity and compassion. She can explore the roots of her fears, understand the origins of her insecurities, and begin to heal the wounds that may have been holding her back. This process of self-discovery is not always easy, but it is through this deep dive into her inner world that she can emerge stronger, more self-aware, and more authentic. Loneliness, sharp and unexpected, pierced through her initial resolve, but as days turned into weeks, a quiet strength began to emerge from the depths of her solitude, a wellspring of resilience she hadn't known existed. She learns to rely on her own instincts, to trust her own judgment, and to find comfort and solace in her own company. This self-reliance is not about isolation or rejecting connection, but about cultivating a deep sense of self-worth and the confidence to navigate life's challenges with grace and resilience. The solitude that once felt like an empty abyss transforms into a sanctuary, a space for reflection, growth, and renewal. It is in these quiet moments, alone with herself, that the woman discovers the true depth and strength of her own being. In the liberating embrace of solitude, a woman sheds the weight of societal expectations, blossoming into a self-reliant spirit. Freed from the subtle pressures of conformity, she cultivates a profound sense of independence, a strength that empowers her to navigate life's challenges with unwavering confidence. In the quiet space of solitude, she discovers a wellspring of resourcefulness within herself. Forced to confront obstacles without relying on external support, she learns to trust her own instincts, to make decisions based on her own values, and to find creative solutions to problems that arise. This self-reliance is not about rejecting help or isolating oneself, but about cultivating the inner strength and confidence to handle life's uncertainties with grace and determination. Challenges become stepping stones for the self-reliant woman, each obstacle overcome a testament to her resilience. She understands that setbacks are not roadblocks, but rather detours that lead to deeper self-discovery and unexpected opportunities. Each obstacle overcome strengthens her resolve and reinforces her belief in her own capabilities. This resilience, born of self-reliance, becomes a cornerstone of her identity, empowering her to face the future with courage and optimism. Moreover, self-reliance fosters a deep sense of self-worth. The woman who can depend on herself understands that her value is not contingent on the approval or validation of others. She celebrates her achievements, big or small, without needing external praise. This inner confidence radiates outward, attracting respect and admiration from those around her. In essence, self-reliance is not just about practical skills. It's about cultivating an inner strength that allows a woman to walk through life with autonomy and grace. It is a testament to her resilience, her resourcefulness, and her unwavering belief in her own power to create the life she desires. Solitude offers a unique vantage point from which to challenge societal norms. The woman walking alone finds herself outside the pressures of conformity, free to question the expectations and beliefs that often dictate how women should live their lives. She begins to examine the narratives she's been told about happiness, success, and fulfillment. And she dares to ask if these narratives truly align with her own values and aspirations. Furthermore, solitude fosters a deep connection with one's inner world, which is essential for cultivating emotional intelligence. Free from the distractions of social interaction, the woman alone can tune into her emotions with greater clarity and sensitivity. She learns to identify the nuances of her feelings, understand their origins, and manage them effectively. This emotional awareness is not only beneficial for her own well-being, but also equips her to navigate relationships with greater empathy and understanding. In the quiet space of solitude, creativity flourishes. Without the noise of external demands and expectations, the woman's imagination is free to roam. She can explore new ideas, experiment with different forms of expression, and tap into her creative potential without fear of judgment or criticism. This creative exploration can be a source of immense joy and fulfillment, reminding her of her own unique gifts and her capacity to bring beauty and meaning into the world. In the hushed stillness of solitude, her spirit unfurls like a delicate blossom reaching for the sun, drawing nourishment from the quiet earth of her own being. The woman alone has the opportunity to connect with something larger than herself, whether it's through meditation, prayer, or simply spending time in nature. This spiritual connection fosters a sense of peace, purpose, and belonging in the universe. It reminds her that she is part of something vast and interconnected, and that her life has meaning and value beyond the confines of her individual existence. The woman who walks alone challenges societal norms, not through rebellion, but through the pursuit of an authentic life, a journey of self-discovery. She embraces solitude as a space to cultivate her creativity, deepen her emotional intelligence, and nurture her spiritual connection. This journey may be challenging, but it is also profoundly rewarding, leading her to a life of greater meaning, purpose, and fulfillment. Facing the challenges of solitude requires courage and a willingness to confront uncomfortable emotions. The woman alone may be visited by fears she has long suppressed, insecurities that whisper doubts about her worth, and the ache of longing for connection. These feelings can be overwhelming, tempting her to seek distractions or retreat back into the familiar comfort of external validation. However, it is precisely in these moments of difficulty that true resilience is forged. By choosing to stay present with her discomfort, to acknowledge her fears without judgment, and to embrace the full spectrum of her emotions, the woman cultivates an inner strength that cannot be shaken by external circumstances. She learns to be her own source of comfort, to find solace in the quiet moments, and to navigate the waves of loneliness with grace and self-compassion. This inner resilience empowers her to not just endure solitude, but to thrive within it. The challenges of solitude become opportunities for growth. Each storm weathered strengthens her resolve, deepens her self-awareness, and reinforces her capacity to face life's inevitable challenges with courage and determination. The woman who walks alone emerges from these trials not unscathed, but stronger, more self-assured, and deeply connected to the wellspring of strength within her own heart. From this wellspring, a newfound sense of meaning emerges, manifesting in various ways. It might inspire her to pursue work that aligns with her values, to engage in acts of service and compassion, or to express her creativity in ways that uplift and inspire others. The woman alone discovers that meaning is not something to be found solely within herself, but also in her connection to the world and her contribution to it. This quest for meaning is not always easy. It may require her to confront difficult truths about herself and the world, to let go of old beliefs and embrace new perspectives. But it is through this process of questioning, exploring, and growing that she discovers a deeper sense of purpose and fulfillment. The woman who walks alone may initially feel a sense of isolation, but as she delves deeper into her own inner world and her connection to the universe, she discovers a profound sense of belonging. She realizes that she is not just an individual, but an integral part of a vast and interconnected web of life. This realization brings a sense of peace, acceptance, and a renewed appreciation for the beauty and complexity of the world around her. Self-sufficiency extends far beyond practical skills and the ability to handle daily tasks alone. It delves into the core of one's being, encompassing emotional resilience, mental fortitude, and the unwavering belief in one's own capabilities. This inner strength is not merely about surviving. It's about thriving in the face of life's uncertainties, with a deep-rooted sense of autonomy and self-assurance. Emotional self-sufficiency is a cornerstone of this strength. It involves developing the capacity to understand, process, and regulate one's emotions without relying on external validation or support. This doesn't mean suppressing feelings or denying their existence. Rather, it's about cultivating the awareness and tools to navigate the full spectrum of human emotions with grace and resilience. The self-sufficient woman understands that emotions are not her enemy. They are signals, messengers that provide valuable insights into her inner world. She learns to listen to these signals, to identify the triggers that evoke certain emotions, and to develop healthy coping mechanisms to manage them effectively. This might involve journaling, practicing mindfulness, engaging in creative expression, or seeking professional guidance when needed. By cultivating emotional self-sufficiency, The woman develops a profound sense of inner peace and stability. She is no longer at the mercy of her emotions, reacting impulsively or allowing them to dictate her actions. Instead, she responds to challenges with composure and clarity, making conscious choices that align with her values and goals. This emotional resilience empowers her to navigate life's ups and downs with grace and equanimity. When faced with judgment from others, it's crucial to pause and ask ourselves whether the criticism is rooted in truth or simply a projection of someone else's perspective. If the judgment offers valuable insight that aligns with our goals and values, we can use it as an opportunity for growth and improvement. However, if the judgment feels unfounded or misaligned with our own truth, we can choose to let it go without allowing it to diminish our self-worth. Overcoming the fear of being misunderstood is another significant challenge in navigating judgment. People often form opinions based on limited information or without fully understanding our intentions or circumstances. It's natural to want to defend ourselves or explain our actions, but it's important to recognize that not everyone will be receptive to our perspective. Instead of exhausting ourselves trying to change their minds, we can focus on staying true to our values and trusting that our actions will speak for themselves over time. Navigating self-judgment is equally important. We often are our own harshest critics, holding ourselves to impossibly high standards or replaying past mistakes in our minds. This inner critic can erode our confidence and hinder our progress. To counteract this, we can practice self-compassion, treating ourselves with the same kindness and understanding that we would offer a friend. We can acknowledge our imperfections, forgive ourselves for our mistakes, and focus on learning and growing from each experience. This mental strength is not about denying the existence of challenges or pretending that everything is always easy. It's about cultivating an inner resilience that allows her to bounce back from adversity with renewed determination and a deeper understanding of her own capabilities. This mental fortitude is nurtured through practices like positive self-talk, challenging limiting beliefs, and cultivating a growth mindset that embraces continuous learning and self-improvement. Self-sufficiency also requires the ability to set healthy boundaries. This involves recognizing that one's time, energy, and resources are precious and finite. The self-sufficient woman understands that she cannot be everything to everyone, and she prioritizes her own well-being without guilt or apology. This doesn't mean she is selfish or uncaring. Rather, it's about recognizing that she can only give her best to others when she also takes care of herself. Setting boundaries might involve saying no to requests that drain her energy or distract her from her goals. It might mean creating space for solitude and reflection, prioritizing activities that nourish her soul, and limiting interactions with people or situations that deplete her emotional reserves. This ability to protect her time and energy is not a sign of weakness. It's a testament to her self-respect and her commitment to living a life that aligns with her values and aspirations. The pursuit of self-sufficiency is an ongoing journey, not a destination. It requires consistent effort, self-reflection, and a willingness to learn and grow. There will be times when doubts arise, when challenges feel overwhelming, and when the temptation to rely on external validation becomes strong. But it is in these moments that the woman who embraces self-sufficiency digs deep within herself, drawing on her inner resources and reminding herself of her own strength and resilience. Self-sufficiency is about living a life that is authentically one's own. It's about making choices that align with one's values, pursuing goals that ignite one's passions, and navigating life's challenges with grace and confidence. It's about recognizing that while connection and support from others are valuable, true empowerment comes from within. The self-sufficient woman understands that she has everything she needs within herself to create a life of meaning, purpose, and fulfillment. The challenge of vulnerability is a profound and universal aspect of the human experience. To be vulnerable is to open oneself up, to expose the raw, authentic core of one's being to the world, without the armor of pretense or the shield of self-protection. It is a daring act, a step into the unknown with the potential for both deep connection and profound hurt. At the heart of vulnerability lies the willingness to be seen, truly seen, with all our imperfections, insecurities, and fears. It is the courage to step outside the carefully constructed image we often present to the world and to reveal the messy, complex truth of who we are. This can be terrifying, for it means relinquishing control, embracing uncertainty, and facing the possibility of judgment, rejection, or betrayal. One of the greatest challenges of vulnerability is overcoming the fear of judgment. We live in a society that often values perfection and success, where admitting weakness or failure can be seen as a sign of inadequacy. This fear of judgment can keep us trapped in a cycle of self-protection, preventing us from sharing our true selves with others and forming deep, meaningful connections. To embrace vulnerability, we must challenge these societal norms and cultivate a deeper sense of self-acceptance. This means recognizing that imperfection is inherent to the human experience, that mistakes are opportunities for growth, and that our worth is not determined by external validation or the opinions of others. It is about embracing our authentic selves with all our flaws and vulnerabilities, and recognizing that these imperfections are what make us unique and beautiful. Another challenge of vulnerability is the perceived loss of control. When we open ourselves up to others, we are essentially stepping into the unknown. We cannot predict how they will react, whether they will accept us or reject us, whether they will cherish our vulnerability or exploit it. This uncertainty can be daunting, especially for those who value control and predictability in their lives. However, true freedom often lies in letting go of control. By embracing vulnerability, we surrender the illusion that we can control everything and everyone around us. We accept the inherent unpredictability of life and open ourselves up to the possibility of both joy and pain, connection and rejection. This surrender can be liberating, for it allows us to experience the full spectrum of human emotions and to connect with others on a deeper, more authentic level. Vulnerability also requires us to confront our deepest fears. It is not just about what others might think of us, but also about what we think of ourselves. To be vulnerable means to face the parts of ourselves that we may have been avoiding or denying, the parts that we may not fully accept or understand. This self-confrontation can be painful, but it is also essential for growth and healing. By facing our fears, we begin to dismantle the walls we have built around our hearts and to embrace our true selves with greater compassion and understanding. We learn that our fears do not define us and that we are stronger and more resilient than we may have realized. One of the most significant challenges of vulnerability is the risk of rejection. To open up to someone only to have them turn away or betray our trust can be a deeply painful experience. This fear of rejection can keep us guarded and closed off, preventing us from forming meaningful connections with others. However, it is important to remember that rejection is an inevitable part of life. It does not reflect our worth or value as individuals. Learning to navigate rejection with grace and resilience is an essential part of embracing vulnerability. This means recognizing that not every connection will be a perfect fit, that some relationships will inevitably end, and that it is okay to grieve those losses. It is about learning to trust our instincts, to set healthy boundaries, and to choose relationships that are based on mutual respect, trust, and understanding. The challenge of vulnerability extends to all aspects of our lives, including our relationships, our work, and our personal growth. In relationships, vulnerability is the foundation of intimacy and connection. It is what allows us to truly see and be seen by others, to share our joys and sorrows, our hopes and fears, and to build bonds of trust and mutual support. In the workplace, vulnerability can foster collaboration, creativity, and innovation. When we are willing to admit our mistakes, ask for help, and share our ideas without fear of judgment, we create a culture of trust and openness that allows everyone to thrive. In our personal growth, vulnerability is essential for self-awareness, healing, and transformation. By facing our fears, acknowledging our imperfections, and embracing our authentic selves, we create the space for personal growth and self-acceptance. The journey of embracing vulnerability is not easy, but it is profoundly rewarding. It is a journey that requires courage, self-compassion, and a willingness to step outside our comfort zones. But it is also a journey that leads to deeper connections, greater authenticity, and a more fulfilling life. By facing the challenge of vulnerability head-on, we unlock the potential for profound transformation and growth. We learn to live with greater courage, authenticity, and connection, embracing the full spectrum of human experience with open hearts and unwavering strength. Reflection in isolation is a profound journey into the depths of one's own being. It is in the quiet solitude, away from the clamor and distractions of the world, that we can truly connect with our inner selves, examine our thoughts and emotions, and gain clarity on our values, priorities, and aspirations. This practice of introspection is not merely about being alone. It is about intentionally creating a sanctuary for self-exploration and renewal. In the stillness of isolation, the mind is freed from the constant bombardment of external stimuli. The endless stream of information, opinions, and demands that clutter our daily lives begins to fade, allowing space for deeper thoughts and feelings to surface. This creates an opportunity for honest self-appraisal, where we can examine our beliefs, motivations, and behaviors without the influence of external pressures or expectations. This introspection illuminates and challenges, unearthing unresolved emotions, deep-seated insecurities, and outdated patterns of thought and behavior. However, confronting these inner truths is essential for personal growth and transformation. By acknowledging and addressing these aspects of ourselves, we can begin to heal old wounds, let go of limiting beliefs, and cultivate a deeper sense of self-awareness and acceptance. Reflection in isolation also provides a fertile ground for creative exploration. When the mind is free from the demands of daily life, it can wander, explore new ideas, and make unexpected connections. This is where inspiration often strikes, leading to breakthroughs in problem solving, artistic expression, and innovative thinking. Many of history's greatest thinkers, artists, and innovators have attributed their most profound insights to moments of solitude and reflection. Furthermore, isolation can foster a stronger sense of self-reliance. When we are alone with our thoughts and feelings, we learn to trust our own instincts and judgment. We discover that we are capable of finding answers and solutions within ourselves, without relying on external validation or support. This self-reliance builds confidence and resilience, empowering us to navigate life's challenges with greater autonomy and inner strength. In the quiet space of solitude, we also have the opportunity to cultivate gratitude. When we step back from the busyness of our lives, we can gain a fresh perspective on the things that truly matter. We begin to appreciate the simple joys and blessings that we often take for granted, the beauty of nature, the love of family and friends, and the gift of each new day. This gratitude can transform our outlook on life, making us more mindful, appreciative, and present in each moment. Reflection in isolation is not about escaping from the world or rejecting connection with others. It is about creating intentional space for self-renewal and personal growth. By taking the time to nurture our inner selves, we can show up in our relationships and responsibilities with greater clarity, purpose, and compassion. The benefits of reflection in isolation extend far beyond personal well-being. It can also enhance our creativity, problem-solving skills, and emotional intelligence. When we understand ourselves better, we can navigate our interactions with others with greater empathy and understanding. We can communicate more effectively, build stronger relationships, and contribute more meaningfully to our communities. In essence, reflection in isolation is a journey of self-discovery, a process of uncovering the hidden depths of our own being and aligning our lives with our authentic selves. It is a practice that fosters clarity, creativity, resilience, and gratitude, empowering us to live with greater intention, purpose, and fulfillment. The journey of the woman who walks alone culminates in a profound realization. True freedom lies in living authentically, in alignment with one's own values and aspirations, rather than seeking validation from external sources. This realization is not merely an intellectual understanding. It is a deeply embodied truth that permeates her being and guides her choices. She has learned to navigate the challenges of solitude, to cultivate self-sufficiency, and to embrace vulnerability. She has confronted societal norms, redefined strength, and found solace in introspection. Through these experiences, she has developed an unwavering sense of self, a deep-rooted confidence that cannot be shaken by the opinions or judgments of others. The woman who walks alone no longer seeks to fit into a mold prescribed by society. She creates her own path, one that honors her individuality and reflects her unique gifts and passions. She understands that her worth is not determined by external measures of success or approval, but by the integrity of her character and the depth of her self-knowledge. This authenticity is not about rebellion or defiance. It is about living in alignment with her own truth. It is about making choices that resonate with her soul, pursuing goals that ignite her passions, and expressing herself without fear of judgment. This freedom to be herself, fully and unapologetically, is the ultimate reward of her journey.